All right, so this is Math Counts 2022. Practice round 2, target round 5 and 6. Now it's going to get really loud in here, so please forgive me. And I may have to pause a couple times to tell people to be quiet, but here we go. So this is simply in function notation. And so when you see something like this, what we're saying is instead of x, we are going to substitute in 3/4. So let's go ahead and write it out. So we have 8 times 3/4, and that is to the third power, minus 6 times 3/4, which is the second power, plus 12 times 3/4 minus 9. So I'm going to start in the back and work this way, so I'll deal with the exponents later. So negative 9 is just negative 9. There's not much to do with it. 12 times 3/4. Well, I can reduce first. So 4 goes into 12 3 times 3, and 4 goes into 4 once, so it cancels out. 3 times 3 is 9, so we get 9. We still have this minus 9. These will cancel out to 0. So I don't need to worry about this piece at all. It cancels out to 0. All right, so on this one, we have 6, and then 3 squared is 9. 4 squared is 16. All right, so then let's reconcile this. So what goes into 6 and 16? Well, 2 does. So 6 divided by 2 is 3. 16 divided by 2 is 8. So 3 times 9 is 27, so we get 27 over 8. And that is a negative because it's a negative number. So let's do the same thing over here. So we have 8 times, well, 3 to the third is 3 times 3 times 3, which is 27. So we get 27. 4 to the third is 4 times 4 times 4, which is 64. So I'm going to pre-reduce again, because it makes my life much easier. 8 goes into 64 8 times. This 8 goes into 8 once. So we're just left with 27 over 8. Hey, wait a second. We've got 27 over 8 minus 27 over 8. That's just 0. So everything here totally cancels out. So f of 3/4 is just equal to 0. Everything cancels out. Pretty cool. All right, target round number 6. Here we go. A number is called a visible factor number if it is divisible by each of its, if it's divisible by each of its non-zero digits. So for example, 102 is divisible by 1 and 2. Therefore, it is a visible factor number. All right, so how many visible factor numbers are there between 100 and 150? Inclusive. Now that inclusive means that we could...
We will be your new instructors today.
Thank you, I'm recording it, so it's a good thing we all heard that.
Hello.
All right, so that means inclusive means we can have 100 and 150 as well. Guys, I am recording, so you be quiet just for a little bit. All right, so here we go. Well, let's just make a list by tens. So is 100 a visible factor number? Well, yes, because 100 is divisible by 1. How about 101? Well, yes, obviously. How about 102? Yes, 102 works because it's divisible by 1 and 2. Now, 103, no, because 1 plus 3 is 4, doesn't work. 104, 4 divided by 4 works, so yeah, we're good there. All right, so then 105 works because 105 is divisible by 1 and 5, but 106 is not because 106 is not divisible by 3. 107, no bueno. 108, 108 is not divisible by 8, unfortunately. And 109, definitely not. 1 plus 9 is not 9. All right, so then let's look at the tens. So 110 is divisible by 1, so that works. 111 obviously works. 102, well, 102 works because it's still an even number, and even number 2 goes into all even numbers. And then 113 does not work because 3 plus 1 plus 1 is not divisible by 3. 114 doesn't work because 14 is not divisible by 4 either. But 115 is divisible by 5, so that will work. And that's the end of the road there. So then 120, now at this point we know that only even numbers are going to work because we got the 20, right? So we know 120 works, 122 definitely going to work. 124 is going to work because 24 is divisible by 4. 126 is not going to work because, well, actually 126, because this is divisible by 3, because 1 plus 2 plus 6 is 9, 9 is divisible by 3, so that does work. And 128 also works because 8 goes into 12 once, carry the 4, 8 goes into 48, so that works. 130 does not work because 3 does not go into 130, but 3 goes into 132 because 1 plus 3 plus 2 is 6, which is divisible by 3. Also 135 will also work, so because that's just 3 more. 3 more than this is 138, but 8 is not going to go into 138, so it's the end of the road. 140s, so 140, well, that will work. 4 goes into 40. Again, we're looking at only even numbers. 140. Hold on a second. So I think 144 works. So just double checking. 144 divided by 4. Okay, that works. And 142 will also work. Oh, but wait a second. But 142, 4 does not go into 142. All right, so if 142 doesn't work, and so the next one could be 148. But 8 doesn't go into 148, I don't think. Divided by 8. No bueno. All right, and then the last one, 150. Well, obviously 150 goes into it. So how many numbers do I have here? Well, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. And the correct answer is, in fact, 19. Look at that. Woohoo. All right, so this was target round 5 and 6. One more video to go.